Hey y'all, this is BG Codes and I am bradgarropy. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a very simple static web server that will serve static files. Now, there is some starter code that's going to be posted on GitHub and the link is going to be in the description below. Let's get started. So right now I have a very simple directory structure. I have an index.html inside of an app folder and index.js inside of a lib folder. This is just mimicking something like if you had a website running and a JavaScript script somewhere. Now, what we want to do is let's just open this up as a file on our computer first. I'm going to copy this path to index.html, open it up, and show this application running. So in the console, we see, hey y'all, that's coming from our script, and this is our web application. And if we check the network tab, index.js is retrieved from a file on our system. That's not how this is going to work in the real world. In the real world, a script is typically sourced from a URL. So let's try to set that up here. And we're going to use a handy little static web server called serve. This is serve. I'll put that in the description. It's made by Vercel, and it's a super quick, easy to use static web server. So let's try to get that going here. I'm going to change directories into the lib folder, and I'm going to run npx serve. Now what this is going to do is it's going to create a local web server on my machine to serve static files. And in this case, it's going to serve everything in the current directory, which is lib. So it will be serving index.js. And as you can see, it's created a port on localhost 5000. If we open that, you'll see at the root, it shows this handy little file explorer of all the files you have in that directory. If you click index.js, you're actually retrieving the JavaScript. So let's modify our index.html to, instead of reading it from the file system, read it from our local web server. So this is localhost 5000 index.js. We'll go back here and refresh this. Made a mistake here. It's localhost 5000. And we'll go back here and refresh this. You can see that instead of reading it from a file on our system, it actually made a network request to localhost 5000 /index.js, retrieved the script, and then executed it. You can see hey y'all in the console here. That's awesome. This is a great way to locally host JavaScript libraries that you're working on and pull them into existing applications. But typically you're working with some kind of like fancy NPM packages and things like that. So how can we do that? How can we take it a step further? Well, first of all, you don't have to use npx to run serve. You can actually install it globally on your machine. You can run npm install -- global serve. And now you don't have to use npx. So serve, and then no arguments will serve the current directory. So our example will still work. Localhost 5000 is serving our script, and I'm refreshing the page. It's still working. Hey y'all's getting printed, and it's retrieving it from localhost 5000. Let's keep going another step further. So typically you're working on an npm package because you want to publish it. So let's initialize a package in the lib directory. And I do that by running npm init-y. This just adds a package.json here. And what if we made serve a dependency of our project, specifically a development dependency? So we'll install as development only serve in our project. And now you can see we have a node modules folder with serve inside of it and a lot of other stuff. And then in our package.json, let's make a start script. We'll get rid of this test script. We'll make one called start. And because we've installed serve, we can use it from npm scripts. So let's create a start script. And now instead of running serve ourselves, you can just say npm start. That'll run the start script. It'll run serve, which will then serve our static file on localhost 5000. And just to show you again, I'm refreshing the page. It's retrieving index.js from localhost 5000, and our web app still works. This is how you'll see most people set up packages for local development. They'll have a start script that runs a local web server. Now, a lot of build tools do this for you. If you're familiar with Webpack, Parcel, Rollup, in addition to building and bundling and transpiling your code, they typically come with a development server or a static web server out of the box. But if you're looking for something standalone, I highly recommend Serve. Serve is the simplest one that I've found out there, and it's made by Vercel, which you can totally trust. So, thanks for watching the video. This has been BG Codes, and I am Brad Garropy. Y'all take care.